We are solving the integral from minus delta k to delta k e raised to power iota f k dash with respect to k dash. So this is dk dash is written over here, and then if we would integrate it, we will get this value, and after filling the lower and upper limits, we are going to convert this into a sine function. So this is what we have with us: 2 sine f delta k by k x minus d omega by dk at k is equal to k naught multiplied by t. So this is what we have got from the integration. So we also had one factor before the integration. So this was overall psi function, and this integration we were calculating. So we will have this factor multiplied by the integration which we have carried out just now. So this will give us this 2 whole this function multiplied by e raised to power iota k naught x minus omega naught t. And also we have replaced the f value by that we have already supposed that f is equal to x minus d omega by dk at k is equal to k naught multiplied by t. So this is the value we have written over here, and this is what we have got finally. So with this, when we compare it with the plane wave equation, we can see that amplitude would be given by this whole factor. So this is your amplitude. So its amplitude is varying with time now. So amplitude itself corresponds to a wave function because it is a sine function, so it's a periodic function. So it corresponds to a wave motion. So now we are going to calculate the velocity of wave packet. So we are now watching where sine ax by x, where amplitude has the maximum value. So amplitude would have maximum value where sine would have maximum value. Sine is maximum, sine ax by x is maximum at x is equal to 0. So if you compare it with this, you can see that this is the a and this is over whole x divided by x. So sine ax by x has a maximum at x is equal to 0. It means it has maximum at this value equal to 0. So x minus d omega by dk at k is equal to k naught t is equal to 0. So which will give us x is equal to d omega by dk into t. So this is what we have got now. So moving forward, you can clearly see that this is the this equation is giving the position of amplitude peak axt at time t. So firstly we are taking time t is equal to 0, and then after some time we will calculate the x values for both times. So at time t is equal to 0, here just we will fill the value of t as 0 and x1 is equal to 0, and after some time this value would be like d omega by dk into delta t. So distance travelled would be x2 minus x1, because this much distance is travelled at t is equal to 0 and this at t is equal to delta t. So we are just subtracting that. So this is the distance and the time is delta t. So we need to divide distance by time to get the velocity. So velocity of the amplitude peak is delta d by delta t, delta d, this is this value divided by delta t. So what we are getting here is d omega by dk at k is equal to k naught. So this is the group velocity of the wave packet. So earlier if you remember that phase velocity was considered to be omega by k, but now the group velocity is what we have derived is d omega by dk. So this is the group velocity, this is the velocity with which the amplitude wave propagates. So this is the same as the velocity of the peak of the wave packet at any instant of time t. So because this is at k is equal to k naught. So this is the general expression. Now we are going to derive a relationship between the particle velocity and the group velocity. As you have seen that if a particle is moving with the velocity v, the kinetic energy is half mv square, which is p square upon 2m. And also energy and momentum are related, like E is equal to h cut omega and P is equal to h cut k. These all equations we have used many times. So we have filled those values in equation E is equal to p square upon 2m. So h cut omega is equal to h cut square k square by 2m. So from there we get value of omega h cut square k square upon 2m, and now we are calculating the group velocity, which is d omega by dk. So we are just differentiating it with respect to x, with respect to k. So we will have h cut k by 2m. So this k square would convert to 2k. So with 2 in the denominator as well as in numerator, it would cancel out and will give us h cut k by m. So this is the value d omega by dk. This is basically the group velocity. Okay, so if we are replacing h cut k by p, we can write it as p, and further we can write p as m into v. So after that m and m would cancel out, and then we will have vg is equal to v. So what it means that group velocity is now equal to particle velocity. So earlier, in the earlier case of the phase velocity, when we have calculated, we have seen that the phase velocity was almost half of the particle velocity. So it was not keeping pace with the with the particle motion. So here we can see that group velocity is equal to the particle velocity. So the group velocity is the velocity of the peak. So we conclude that the particle is most likely to be found near the peak, because we have taken k is equal to k naught, the center point where k has the maximum value, which is k naught. So here we can clearly see that Vg is equal to V. So the concept of wave packet must be